But this is a serious problem for any state where people start dissociating from themselves from the state, because the state is neither able to provide you security or development. And Pakistan state is facing that crisis where it is not in a position to either provide security because of the number of increasing terrorist attacks which have taken place. Even though these terrorist attacks to a large extent, a lot of them have been targeted at the military, the ISI, the headquarters of the Pakistan military in Rawalpindi was attacked, the 4 of the ISI officers have been attacked, but the anarchic nature of these terrorist attacks, where a large number of common people have been killed, and what the people see is that increasing security for the political leaders and for the military, but the people face the brunt of the increasing terrorist and militant attacks. Now, the relationship between the state, the military, and the people, where some very interesting things that one can notice here. And that is, one, as I said, that the people are not looking up to the state, the people are not looking up to the military. The contradictions here is the military is part of the government. Its war-making strategies are heavily dependent on the people. Now, why I say this is, as a political scientist, what one needs to understand is, in terms of state building, what is the objectives of the state? The objectives of the state is to essentially ensure that how you first take control of the violence in your society. That is what is called as the monopoly of violence. That the state came into existence essentially because it had to first ensure that there was no other institution apart from the state. And then there was a professional institution called the military, which had control over that violence. But then there are interesting mixes. The state and the military have to be different. But in the context of Pakistan, the military has always been part of the state. The military fights the wars. It's a state which decides to fight the wars. The military cannot take a decision to fight the wars. The relationship between the state-military people, the state protects the people, the military is the operational body to do that, and the people pay taxes so that the state can do that. Now, here is a case where the state is not able to extract taxes in Pakistan. One of the important things in terms of state-society relation, where how does a state increasingly have hegemony over the society?
Yeah.
Just 2-3 minutes. It does that by essentially ensuring that both in terms of the coercive apparatus and also in terms of its extractive capabilities, is able to extract taxes from the people. Now, in the context of Pakistan, there's been a serious failure in terms of the state in trying to extract taxes. Very quickly, I'll just take 2 minutes to look at the future of Pakistan. The issue of democracy in Pakistan. Will we have a transformed power structure? The evidence that we have got in the last, in this year, in the last couple of months, there is no transition in the power structure. The irony here, or the contradiction, is that the role of the military in this, the military is a problem and a solution as well, because to stabilize Pakistan today, you need the military. The role of the military has to increase, but the military will remain a problem. And it will also be central to the survival of Pakistan. That if Pakistan collapses, there is one institution which will not allow Pakistan to collapse, and that's the military. But there's something broader to that, and that as a security state, armed with nuclear weapons, Pakistan is also in the unviable situation of not being allowed to collapse by the international community. It's a very serious question which a large number of things are happening in the background we do not know, but certainly there is a concern that this state cannot be allowed to collapse. Very quickly, 2013 is going to be very important for Pakistan. The elections are coming up. I can take a shot at it, but I think this government is going to complete its term. It's going to be very unusual because this will be the second government which might complete its full term. But the other developments which have taken place, and that is that now you have two political formations, the PPP and PML, who are anti-military. You always had the military was always able to manipulate the political forces because it always had some political parties on its side, either the PPP or the PML. But in this case, today we have a PML which is very anti-military, has been publicly, Nawaz Sharif has been publicly talking about it. And the third force that might be emerging, and this is something that I haven't had time to speak to, but this is a new generation of people who have come up in Pakistan, which I think can be called as the Facebook generation, because Pakistan has a young population. You have a large number of educated young population in Pakistan, and the support that we saw for Imran Khan in the Lahore rally is a phenomena which needs to be understood. It may not be critical to the elections of Pakistan in the future, because Imran Khan does not have an organization which can make a critical difference to the elections. But the phenomena as a social phenomena, which is moving social forces here and there, and what this youth is going to do, or who's going to support Imran in the future. But he has become a critical factor in the evolution of the political process. Afghanistan is going to determine, to a large extent, where Pakistan is headed. There are all kinds of possibilities. Pakistan being at the crossroads, this is a pun intended, not crossroads in the sense of history, but crossroads in the terms of geopolitics. If you look at Pakistan's location, it is at the crossroads of trying to move in a certain direction, which certainly it has not taken that step, which is conducive to regional stability or progress of regional development. Whether that will happen or not, we have no idea at this point of time. But if it does not do that, meaning that if it does not allow Afghanistan to stabilize and reap the benefits of the so-called Silk Route or whatever in terms of regional development, the crisis that Pakistan is facing is only going to grow, and maybe in the future it may not have anyone to bail it out also. So with that, I conclude my remarks. Thank you very much.